Yeah, I'm going to the game.
Oh, man, I'm going to the game.
Yeah, how you
What's
doing?
up,
I'm
man?
John. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, oh, my God. Yeah, we're going to the game.
Let's get...
Zach Campbell better not be there.
Oh, I don't think...
Get a video. Can I get a Zach Campbell? You stink?
Sure. Well, how about that? I won't say he's not here, so I'll say Zach Campbell stinks. He's a bum, and he likes Angel Hernandez as an umpire.
Oh, W.
There you go, W. Listen, you're going to get a lot of L's. I'm not liked by anybody outside of Philadelphia.
We love you.
You want one too? Sure, what's up? Why are you wearing shorts and pants?
No, it's like you're done play basketball.
Yeah, but why would you wear that much clothes? Okay, I guess critiquing people.
Yo, what do you think of Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons stinks and I don't like him. I also don't like his summer wardrobe. Not too good.
Go Phil!
Go Phils! Here we are! South Philadelphia. Going for a scoot. And today, we're going to do a little Rocky Balboa tour, but not in Kensington. We're going to go to the South Philly filming location doing a scooter ride. It does a few things. You get a little glimpse into South Philly. The good parts, there's some bad parts. This part's absolutely beautiful. Kind of reminds me of like, actually, it kind of reminds me of a shore town with the way they park in the middle of the street. So yeah, Rocky, he followed Apollo Creed. He won about $30,000. Goes on the spending spree, buys a watch. He buys a car that he can't drive. I don't know. He takes a commercial. He becomes like the spokesperson for Speed Stick, and he can't read. So we find that out. This is all Rocky 2. We're going to the Rocky 2 house. That's why I'm talking about Rocky 2. So anyway, yeah, Rocky makes a little bit of money. Gets a little bit, feeling a little good about himself. So what's he do? He moves out of his tiny apartment, row home apartment in Kensington, and moves to a smaller house. But no, it's bigger than an apartment. But he moves to a small house here in South Philly. You could tell Stallone wasn't really from Kensington. I think he lived in the northeast section, like Mayfair, when he lived in Philly. Because no Kenzo moves to South Philly. What they usually do is they move to northeast Philadelphia. That's the getaway. Or they go to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or one of those New Jersey towns, Most people go to Cherry Hill. Cinnaminson. I know somebody who just recently escaped to Cinnaminson. And she's loving it with her goddamn yard. Uh-oh. Look at this house. Shunk Street. Oh, gotta be careful. Is it construction or is it gunfire? Look at this house, though. It's 18th and Shunk. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever been in this magical part of South Philly. Holy Lord. This is... Oh, shh. This has to be where the, the respected people. This is where they live. I don't want to speak ill of nobody. You know me. You ask me, I tell you. I never heard of the Mafia. But I'm just saying, if I did live in the Mafia and I did live in South Philly, this could be a spot. I don't know if it even is. I don't even Google Mafia-related stuff because I don't want to know nothing about nobody. Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? Oh my God, stupid me. I have the GPS on car settings. So I'm following, I guess this is good. I'm following traffic patterns. Wow, this is where Steven Gerrard lived. Holy Lord. He was one of the richest men in the world at the time of his passing. He was so rich, he gave the city $1 million to build Delaware Ave, and that's back when $1 million was $1 zillion, because he died back in 1831. And then he opened up this college in, where did he open up that college? He opened up that college, it's in Fairmount, and it's called Gerard College. And it's not a college, it's more like a boarding school where kids learn from kindergarten all the way up to college. It was originally opened for white orphan boys. I think he might have been a white orphan boy. Maybe. I could be wrong. Don't go write book reports. I always like to do this when I go into the old buildings. I always like to look at the steps, but there's no steps. So, yeah. So then, in 1960... let's say early 60s. You know. By the way, you're not writing that book report already. I told you not to do that. In this 1960s, the city of Philadelphia made you had to segregate the schools.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. There we go. So that's Stephen Gerard's house. A little bit of history. And this whole neighborhood's called the Gerard Estate. Which... Oh, they got some cannons in the wall. I didn't know I was... Oh, I wasn't prepared for some cannons. Holy God. And Passion. And I'm supposed to be... Oh, look at this bike lane. Who be kidding? Well, okay, I guess we'll take it, right? It's tiny AF, as the kid says. Phillips Cheesesteaks. You know, a little bit of it has like a South Philly, it kind of looks like, I get like a combination of Pat's Geno's and like all of them in one. I've never had a Phillips steak. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Is it good? John's roast pork is my favorite sandwich. I like Steve the Prince in Northeast Philadelphia. He's pretty good. You can't, even a bad cheesesteak's a good cheesesteak. Well, that's not true. That's not. All right, where the hell am I? I tell you one thing. I know where I'm not. I'm not in the Gerard Estates no more. Okay. What street are we looking for? Because the GPS is beeping. Look at this guy. Wow. Ooh, there's a special place in hell for you, sir. Any person who double parks with an open parking spot, there's a special place in hell for you. Where am I going? I'm just looking for the Rocky 2 house. Oh. Right? Turn left, not a problem. I'm doing it. By the way, do you know who the worst people in the world are? People who ride bikes and do the hand signal motions like anybody knows what the hell they are. All right, back at it. Something they do in South Philly is there's no parking, so everybody has to park like it's a parking lot. I don't like parking in South Philly. It's one of my least favorite things about the city is the parking situation here. Is this a question you want to say out loud? Where am I? Just look, all right, Snyder, that's the street. That's the big street. When I went to the Rocky 2 house, there was a guy sitting on the steps of the Rocky 2 house. So here are some pictures of the Rocky 2 house because I felt weird videotaping the guy sitting on the steps. All right. Here we are. Next stop. Stop number 2. Father Carmine's Church. St. Thomas Aquinas, I think it is. St. Thomas something or another. I think it's with an A. We're going there next. And I'm going to try to feel my way. I'm not going to... Instead of relying on GPS every time it beeps, I was making a turn and I was just getting myself more and more lost. So here we are, the Rocky Father Carmine Church. Father Carmine, big actor in Rocky 5. He's also in Rocky 2, but we don't talk about Rocky 2. We'll talk a lot about Rocky 5 because I got questions. Okay. So Rocky in Rocky 4 was, you know, a pristine human being, right? He beat the robot Russian who was taking steroids because the Russians are dirty cheaters, you know? And Rocky, he fights the dirty Russian with the steroids, and, you know, Rocky gets a little brain damage, you know? So, first thing is, Rocky, for some reason, he's going to go fight in Russia, and he leaves all the business decisions to Paulie. And I don't know who his business advisor is, but whoever they are, they said, listen, you let Paulie run everything, all right? You hear me? You let Mr. Paulie run everything. And Paulie can't do nothing right, and he invests all the money in I don't know, he invested all the money in the submarines with screen windows. That's not a bad joke. What did he invest the money in? It doesn't matter. He fucked up Rocky's life. That's what we're getting to. Just fucked up Rocky's life. And not only just Rocky's life, but Adrian's life. And young Rocky Jr., who his name's Robert. Did you know his name is Robert? Rocky's real name's Robert, too, by the way. I don't know, you know, you enjoy that knowledge. What the fuck is this church? In Creed 2, I was an extra in the movie Creed 2. And the scene I was in was filmed in Russia. And we were supposed to cheer the Russian guy. Right? We were supposed to cheer for the Russian guy. I was an extra. And they were paying me to be an extra. And they said, listen, when Creed knocks down, you stand up and cheer. And I can't find the scene, but if they did use my shot, you'll notice there's one person who did not stand up and cheer when Creed got knocked down. That would be me, because a real Kenzo doesn't cheer against Rocky. It doesn't matter if you're getting paid or not. I'm not going to cheer against Rocky. I had a whole backstory too. If they were going to interview me, I was going to say, listen, my character, his name's Johnny from Kensington, and he's a loyal Rocky fan, and he you know, he bought a ticket, and now he's going to sit here and not cheer for the bag. He was, you know, he's on Team Rocky. Come on! Come on! Oh! That's the Father Carmine window. Hey, I'm just training the kid here. We're gonna get ready to go do the fight, so if you don't mind, he throws down a little blessing. Hey, Father. I fucked up. Well, the whole impression itself isn't that great, but so this is the Father Carmine. Rocky 5, this is where I think we mostly interact with Father Carmine here. I don't believe there was razor blade wire. It's a school here. Come on. Alright, this is Broad Street. This is one of the biggest streets in the city without a goddamn bike lane. And you see the parking so bad. People park in the middle of the street. And they won't get tickets. That's how bad it is. Oh, hello, friend. That's the Dolphin. That's a pretty cool sign when it's lit up. It's one of those, oh, I don't know if it still is, but it was one of those go-go bars where it just has like 2 girls dancing. So, you know, if you like variety in your go-go clubs, I wouldn't recommend the Dolphin if it's still a go-go club. Go-go club, is that the term? I'm too old. I don't go to go-go clubs anymore. I've said this before, but my daughter's oh, god damn, I just hit my ankle. My daughter's friend works at a go-go bar, and it's not that I don't want to see her. I'm not afraid of seeing her dancing. It's I don't want to see her dance because she's not really that attractive. So if they're hiring her at that level at go-go bars, yeah, I don't want to play that game, you know? And also, it's getting kind of weird. Like I don't know when it happens when you become there's this one day where like cheerleaders don't look like they're not attractive, like they're just people. They're not like attractive things that you stare at, like a turn right. And yeah, so I don't know. I just pretty much called myself a sexist, but that's okay. I'm learning, making myself better. You know who learned a valuable lesson? Robert Balboa. He learned it right here at this spot. This is the location of the greatest movie speech. We're gonna make this. This is the greatest location of the greatest movie speech in the history of movies. Happened right here. Let's show you the restaurant. This is Victor's Cafe. It's oh look, they got the that's pretty cool. Their table is the Rocky Apollo Creed painting. And so this place is a fancy Italian joint, and the waiters, they sing opera. So it's if you go all the way back, I do have that Rocky painting in the back. Or is that even a Rocky painting? I think that is the Rocky painting. But anyway, so this is the restaurant from Creed. Not Creed. So this is the restaurant from Rocky Balboa, which is my favorite Rocky movie. This is the bar. Little Marie, she worked over there. Spider Rico, you know, he's washing dishes down in the basement. And there's one scene when Rocky's son comes out of the store. He's like, "Oh, why do you gotta fight, Dad? Why do you gotta live your life? Now you're gonna make my life harder for some reason, because it must be so hard being Rocky's son living in Philadelphia. Believe me." So he's like, "Oh, Dad, I don't want to be in your shadow no more, and I don't want, you know, I'm afraid people are going to laugh at you, Dad, and I don't want you to get laughed at." And he goes, "Yeah, I remember when you were a baby. I held you in my hand like this, and you know, life isn't all. Life is all beautiful. Hey, all sunshine and rainbows. Life is dirty." He says, "Life hits hard. Life hits hard, and it's not about how hard you get hit, but it's about how hard you can get hit and keep going. How hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning's done." Holy shit. That's what he said right there. That's the greatest speech. Yeah. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite Rocky movie? And let's not all say Rocky 1, because, you know, I mean, it's easy, right? It's very easy to say Rocky 1. I'm a big fan of Rocky Balboa myself. I'm also a fan of people double parking where there's parking spots open. You know, right? I'm a big fan of that. Who's my favorite? Oh, here's another question. Who is your favorite character that's not Rocky? Well, you know, is Rocky even your favorite character? Some people like Mickey the best. I mean, you can like Paulie, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Who is my favorite? Nah, I like Paulie. Rocky 5 Paulie's probably my favorite. Well, I get why Rocky stuck with Adrian, but sometimes didn't she, you know, it's a little annoying, don't you think? Like, why, like, Rocky was, like, a street hustler. Like, he was breaking thumbs for the mafia guy. Not that we, you know, we all know the mafia doesn't exist. Fuck are we? Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, Rocky was, like, a thumb breaker for the mob. Rocky was a thumb breaker for the mob. And for some reason, he can only date Adrian? Like, what was that all about? More question, like, where the hell am I? Mifflin. Oh, this is the Bach Building. This used to be a school, and then they made it into a condo. And it's I think I saw that it's sold out. Like, you can't get in. And they got some cool things. Like, you got these community food pantries where if you you know, if you're hard up, you need something to eat, and they have, I got some stuff in there. Isn't that something? You ever watch that TV show? I don't even know what TV show this character's from. I don't want Big Ed. Big Ed's his name. It's one of those, you know, it's like calling a fat guy tiny. Big Ed. He's a little. He's not. Can't say that. He's not a little person per se. He's just like, you know, I don't think he can ride every roller coaster down Wildwood. Anyway, he's got this thing where when he was born, you know how, like, sometimes people are born without limbs? Well, this fucking guy was born without a neck. And, like, it's a real medical issue. I'd never noticed it before. But ever since I've seen Big Ed, or whatever his name is, I've seen so many no neck having people.